Hi everyone, I'm Jane Trotter and welcome to Accelerando Piano. In today's tutorial, I'll be covering 7 compelling reasons why you should learn music theory. I know music theory can sound intimidating or perhaps even unnecessary to some of you, but stick with me, because I'm going to show you why learning theory is one of the best investments you can make in your musical journey. Number 1, you'll learn pieces faster. When you understand music theory, you're not just reading individual notes, you're recognizing patterns, shapes, and structure. For example, if you can identify a G major arpeggio, you don't have to work out each individual note. The same applies to scales, chords and their inversions, intervals and melodic patterns. Theory also helps you recognize rhythmic patterns and gives you the framework to break down complicated rhythms systematically. You'll understand how to count more effectively, subdivide beats, and how dotted rhythms and syncopation work. A good working knowledge of theory means you can shortcut and simplify a lot of the learning process. Number 2, your sight reading will improve dramatically. Good sight reading isn't just about recognizing notes quickly, it's about seeing the bigger picture. When you understand theory, you can immediately work out the key signature and time signature, identify chords and their inversions, recognize rhythmic patterns, and anticipate what's coming next. Instead of reading note by note, you're reading musical phrases and ideas. This contextual understanding means you can process information much faster, making sight reading feel less like guessing and more like reading a familiar story. Number 3, you'll better interpret the score and convey the composer's intentions. Here's where music theory really shows its value. It helps you understand and interpret everything the composer has written in the score. When you know your theory, those Italian terms, performance directions, articulation markings, and dynamic indications aren't mysterious symbols. They're clear instructions that reveal the composer's intentions. You'll understand what dolce means and how it should shape your touch, what a ritardando requires, and why those crescendo and diminuendo markings are placed exactly where they are. This knowledge gives you a complete picture of what the composer wanted to communicate. When you truly understand these elements, you're far better equipped to convey the emotion and mood of the music. You're not guessing at the character of the piece. You're interpreting the composer's intentions and bringing their vision to life. That deeper understanding transforms your performance from simply playing the right notes to genuinely communicating the heart and soul of the piece. Number 4, you'll be more independent and confident as a learner. One of the most empowering benefits of knowing music theory is that it makes you self-sufficient. You'll have the knowledge and ability to analyze and overcome difficult passages yourself. This independence is invaluable when you're practicing at home. Theory also gives you the confidence to tackle more challenging repertoire. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by a complex score, you'll think, I can see where the piece changes key. I understand how this melodic sequence works. I know how to count this complicated passage. I know how to approach this. That confidence opens up a much wider range of music for you to explore. Number 5, you'll understand musical form and structure. Understanding musical form is like having a map of the piece. You know where you are, where you've been, and where you're going. When you understand theory, you'll recognize common forms like binary, ternary, rondo, and sonata form. You'll understand how phrases are constructed and see where themes repeat. The structural awareness is incredibly helpful because it informs your decision-making about shaping and pacing. It's the difference between wandering through a building room by room, unsure of where you're going, or understanding the entire architectural blueprint. Number 6, you'll develop better listening skills and musical awareness. Learning music theory significantly sharpens your ears and gives you the ability to truly listen to what you're playing. When you understand theory, you can compare what you're actually hearing with what should be happening according to the score. If you know the rhythm should be dotted, you'll immediately hear when you're playing it evenly instead. If you see an E major chord written but hear something that sounds minor, you'll know straight away that you've played a wrong note. If the score indicates a crescendo building to a forte, but you're hearing flat dynamics, you'll recognise that disconnect. Theory gives you the ability to cross-reference between your eyes and your ears. You're actively listening and checking that what you're producing matches what the composer wrote. This makes you a far more accurate and self-correcting player, catching mistakes that would otherwise go unnoticed. Number 7, you'll unlock your creative potential for composing. If you've ever wanted to write your own music but didn't know where to start, music theory is the key. Theory gives you the tools to express your musical ideas effectively. The most fundamental skill is being able to translate what you're hearing in your mind into the correct notes and rhythm values on the score. That melody you've been humming? Theory helps you figure out exactly which notes those are and how to write them down accurately. You'll also understand how to construct pleasing chord progressions, create melodies that flow naturally, add interesting harmonies, and structure a piece with shape and direction. It's like knowing grammar when you want to write a story. Yes, you can break the rules for creative effect, but first you need to know what those rules are. Theory helps you experiment with confidence and transforms "I wish I could write music" into "I can write music." And that's incredibly empowering. So there you have it, 7 compelling reasons why learning music theory will set you on the path to becoming a more confident, knowledgeable, and complete musician. I know that adding theory study to your practice routine might seem like extra work, but trust me, it's an investment that pays dividends. The time you spend learning theory will be repaid many times over. Remember, you're not just learning notes, you're learning a language. And once you speak that language fluently, the entire musical world opens up before you.